Steve Benjamin is a professional with North Sales and is down in Key West with Spookie, his Carkeek 40. It's a high performance rating design. Steve, first and foremost, talk about last year's competition. You had a great battle with Decision, Stephen Murray's boat, which is somewhat of a sister ship, same design, not exact, but that battle was pretty good, and I know that you all came up on the short end.
Well, it's always challenging racing the Decision guys. They're real good competitors, and the boats are near sister ships, so it's always close racing, and was really exciting last year. What happened for us was we had 7 firsts and I think a couple seconds to them, and then we had a DFL in one race when the spinnaker shrimped.
Right, just one of those things.
Yeah, wrapped around the keel and had to take a time out.
So are you anxious to get back at Decision again this year, now that you're facing them again, and prove that last year was kind of a fluke and that you can beat them?
Well, we've had a lot of good racing with them. They cleaned us out pretty good at the New York Yacht Club cruise, so it's always good. And the other 2 boats are good too, so we've got our hands full, I think, with Riot and Rock and Roll and Decision in the class. It's really fast, fun sailing in these boats.
No, talking about the HPR rule, you mentioned the FAR 400 and the McConaughey 38. Have you been able to line up against them with this boat at all, anywhere?
We've sailed against their sister ships, but never those exact boats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And how does your boat perform against a FAR 400 or a McConaughey 38? Is there certain conditions that favor those boats or yours?
I guess we'll find that out. We probably would prefer a little stronger wind.
Mm-hmm. For Spookie?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk a little bit about the HPR rule and its development. Where do we stand on that now, Steve?
We've made a lot of progress, and we're on version 4H right now, which is how this regatta is being scored. Mm-hmm. We've got version 5 pretty well done. It's probably a month or 2 away from being published. We're just working on some little tweaks to it, and we've done a lot of work on the algorithm, and it seems quite robust now.
You had mentioned that hopefully you'll eventually be able to lock that in. How far from being able to do that? I mean, what has to happen for that to occur?
Well, we'll get a good test this week on 4H, and then we'll run some comparisons using version 5 as soon as it gets finished, and hopefully then we'll be able to lock in version 5 for quite a while.
The various designs that have been sailing HPR regattas under the rule, what is the feedback you're getting from some of the owners as to, are they liking the sailing? Do they feel that the rule definitely fits their boats better than IRC or Perf or what have you?
Yeah, the HPR rule seems real good for boats like this, and the new boats that are building right now should have very fair competition in it. It is a type forming rule, and the type it's a very fast planing boat. Right.
Now you mentioned that there's some new boats being designed to, not to the HPR rule, but to race in that rating system. Is that kind of encouraging to you that people like where this rule is, like the idea, feel like the types of boats they want to sail fit this rule?
Yeah, it's really exciting to see the progress, and it's catching on around the world, so I think it's really going to go.
Right. And who else has been helping you with this, Steve? I know that you're kind of the brains behind the operation, but there's a lot of people. It's a committee. You all meet regularly. Who else has been involved in evolving this?
There are several key players, and there's an HPR committee, and the rule owner is the Offshore Racing Association. And behind that, there's 3 paid professionals working on the rule development. They are Bill Lee and Jim Teeters and Dobbs Davis.
Right, all very respected people in the sailing industry. Do you see this really taking off? Can you see maybe a Key West 5-6 years from now where we have 10, 12 boats in an HPR class?
Boy, I sure hope so. I mean, we had 9 last year, and I think people are kind of looking at the boats and saying this looks like a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. And that's how the racing has been. I mean, when you're out there with Decision and these other boats, it's a pretty exciting type of competition.
We're planing in 14 knots.
Right.
Speed, yeah.
Right. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, thanks very much, and continued good luck with the HPR rule.
Thank you very much.